Hi everyone, Lord Crew here, and welcome to my channel. So the topic for today is about War Meta for Week and Rank Week 131. So without further ado, guys, let's proceed. So currently, the number one meta for this weekend rank week 131 are none other than War, especially the Control War meta deck. And as you can notice, War is now the has the highest total win rate and showing and compare with the other War, he is like literally dominating. And as you can notice, he has like slightly has the highest win rate to Magic, but in terms of like popularity, he's like second to the most popular, which is currently still the number one on the most popular deck are the Nature, who has like having a 31.8%. But in terms of win rate, War is the dominant one. And if we check with the archetype, as you can see, board wipe deck, technically the board wipe deck meta deck is still has the highest win rate, 64%, but the popularity only is like below 3%. And if we compare that with the Control War is 60.5% total win rate, five almost like 5% higher. Like board white take is 5% higher than the Control War, but the popularity is 5%. If we compare with the other war deck, 5.6 for the mid range, they're like showing like above 50% win rate. And in terms of like top, let's say top three, or like if we go to 1000, like technically the top three meta deck will be board wipe, control war, and card draw. But for me, for this weekend rank, the dominating deck still is the control war. And if we go further and check regarding the four war, there are like four archetype for war. As you can notice, there are no longer other war. So since last week, the Geo deck developers removed the others, like the other war, other direction, deception, like archetype, and they literally focus on into a three main archetype: aggro, mid range, and control. And then luckily, War has like another archetype called Frenzy Aggro using Frenzy cards, but still an aggro. That's why he has like a fourth archetype. So what's the difference between the archetype? Control War, anything that a deck has like more than 7 casting cost creature and above, literally for late game, Control War they call it. They formerly it was like the Beefy War. Mid range, anything that has like six more casting cost cards and below, probably 7 and below. And then frenzy aggro and aggro, anything that has deck are comprises of like more uh one casting cost, two casting cost, or three casting cost, or very aggressive at the first three early rounds. Like that will be like the term for in terms of aggro, mid-range, and control. So now if we go now to the net decking, uh, so currently there are like the current rank one, Cujo Clutch, he managed to get 24 out of 25, 24 wins out of 25 games. And he's currently the rank one, and he's using a control war here. And if you notice on the top 20, there are like 10 people who managed to enter the top 20 using war. Eight of them using control war, and two of them using a mid range. So technically, half of the player in the top 20 are war players, and that's why for me the number one meta for this week, for week 131, it will be war, especially the control war. So we're gonna start with the what will be the variation of those control war, or are the tech cards that used by each various player here in the top 20. So we're gonna start with Cujo Clutch Control War. And the tech card that I noticed here, guys, he's using reinforcement. Added two reinforcement to, and the main purpose of this is to draw two more cards that are two more creature with two casting costs or less. Especially you can like get Master Tactician, Tavern Blower, Pyramid, and Iron Tooth, and even Leviathan. And as you can notice, uh he added to reinforcement, and he added additional Iron Tooth Goblin. So technically, in some of the control war or some meta deck or any kind of deck, there always like at least one card for uh relic remover. But he added two, And one thing that I noticed, and this the main reason why it's a control wall, because he has like more 7 casting cost creature. And as you can see, he has like total of 5. And first thing he is the first one I noticed that he's using dual strength in numbers. Majority, either you have like one strength in numbers or one avatar of war. But him, he's using two strength in numbers and relying majority on the lower casting cost to do early board control. He's still using dual Carnage Sweep and dual Soul Survivor for the AoE, especially Carnage Whip for he has like a capability to destroy all as long as you have like relic. So how many relic he has? He still has total of 4. Two from Magic Missile and two from Leviathan Hunter. And the good thing is about combo with reinforcement, if you really need to do a AoE, you can like literally use this one and hopefully you get the Leviathan Hunter from that one and followed by the Carnage Whip combo. So typical uh Control War almost is the exact composition. The only one is missing is the 5 casting costs. Instead, usually some Control War has like total of 6 and more 6 casting costs here. But as you can see, he has no the Chimera, the Ravenous Chimera. He removed, so only Leech he has is Demogorgon. So Hector, Leech are depending only on Demogorgon. Some Control War has like the Nocvi Pillagers or Ravenous Chimera, but it was like removed here on this deck. The next player will be Fenor. This guy managed to get 23 win. Fenor Joa ODFX. And as you can notice, he has only one Demo Gorgon here. And he's taking up with additional Valkas Discovery, probably against board wipe deck. Because only board wipe deck using a lot of sleep in their meta deck or in their team deck. He has two Ravenous Chimera because he has only one Demo Gorgon. He's using Anar. He's still using dual Soul Survivor and dual Courage Sweep weapon from Magic Missile and Leviathan Hunter. Only one out of Misery, and he has like total of like 3-7 casting costs, one strength in numbers. So that's like the difference with the main one, but almost identical in the 2 casting costs and 3 casting costs, 4 casting costs, 5. Uh, dual Orcish Elite, dual Ravenous. So the next player is unknown. This is like exact copy paste from Kujo Clutch. Same deck as Kujo Clutch. So if we go side by side with Kujo Clutch, it's like I literally identical. Identical. So this unknown player copied Kujo Clutch. The next one is from Fenor Flavius. He's using a mid-range of war here. And as you can notice, there are only 1-7 casting costs. And I believe he's relying on Jason of Medea. And two things that I noticed, he already has 2 master tactician. He already still have added 2 raid revealer here. Why? Probably for more early aggressions to deals more damage. And dual soul survivor, dual courage sweep, total of dual 4 weapons, magic missile, leviathan, almost like identical. He just removed the strength in numbers and Demogorgon and attacking up with the lower, like the Raid Revealer here. Usually, if you don't have Master Tactician, you add Raid Revealer. So, total of 3 protect for your Hector. Because that's the main concept here of the Control War. Taking up with those Twin Strike, uh, Leech, Frontline, etc. Because for Hector, guys, for endgame. The next one is still that's rank 4. Rank 5 still control war. This is like almost like a traditional war control. Added raid revealer here rather than the Nock V pillager. Some player played Nock V pillager for Lich, but he put raid revealer here. One strength in numbers already included, so he has like more 7 casting costs instead of like dual strength in numbers compared with Kujo Clutch. He has Avatar War, Demogorgon, almost identical in second and third casting costs. He has no Venus Chimera here. He's relying on Lich only using Demogorgon. Uh, for the Hector, one Orcish Elite, no Ravenous Chimera, and still same Viking Longship. Viking Longship replaced the Archangel Bruiser since Archangel Bruiser nerfed in from 3 health into 2. So majority now using Viking Longship. Still using Magic Missile, Leviathan, Dual Carnage Sweep, Dual Source Survivor. So the next one goes now on the rank 9. It will be the unknown player, almost identical with the first player here, who using a Valkas discovery. He almost like cap. So both of them has like Valkas discovery for attack, probably for board wipe deck. But the problem with board wipe deck, they are like 3% less. So technically, in 1 out of 25 matches that you might experience, you might have like one chance of fighting a board wipe deck. So he take up for that one, probably also for AOE. Good for AOE and almost same guys. Two Ravenous Chimera, a total of four. Leech, one OD, and the rest are the same. Only one out of misery on this deck composition. And now for the rank 12 and 15. So for the rank 12, uh this is I feel I at first I thought like this like a mid-range, but instead of like he has no Demogorgon, he added more on Avatar of War, like still more than seven casting cost, three of them, one Soul Survivor, lots of six, one Lavina. So he literally split it up in terms of weapon. He using Blade of Sticks already and Leviathan Hunter, and he added one more Skite of Harvest here. So as a tech up. So I believe he's a little bit aggressive. He has like Nokvi Pillager, Call to Arms to add more plus two health to all of the war creature guy, and that's maybe the main reason why he using Call to Arms here, because majority for his cards are war creatures. Okay, so this like a different version by Meowden Pekin, and he managed to get 22 wins, 22 out of 25. The next one will be like the rank 15 by Devoted. Almost I'd same like for the traditional one. He's using Magic Missile already, but he added another Blade of Stick. Some players instead of Blade of Sticks add Enduring Shield, but he added Blade of Sticks. Total of 5 weapon now. Two from Leviathan, two from Magic Missile, and one from Blade of Sticks. Same. He removed the Master Tactician here, and that's the thing. He removed Master Tactician. He added more of Ravenous Chimera, and probably for the Protect, he will for the Hector. He rely on OD and Aenas here for the Protect, because that's the main concept of Control War. Taking up your deck for Hector here, and one threat in numbers, dual source survivor, dual carnage sweep, and that's it. That's the only difference is Tactician has been removed, taking up with Aeneas here and another Blade of Stick weapon. Now for the 17 and 18. For the 17, we have another mid-range by unknown player, managed to get 22 wins. As you can also see, no Demogorgon, but the added Torment Fiend here, like a good source for Leech. Two Ravenous Chimera for Hector, and Nokvi Pillager for or Leech for Hector again. And as you can notice, this is relying on Call to Arms to boost majority of your war cards here. No Pyramid Warden, but he has like two Master Tactician here. So this is like a mid range where depending on they're relying on the early creature. So what I noticed, if you're going for a mid range, guys, they're taking up Call to Arms and make sure majority of their cards are war. So at least they will gain benefit of those plus two health. Imagine like a a 6/7 with Blitz. Uh 6/8 or Hector. That's I think what how they trying to take up here for the mid range, and for the final Control War, currently ranked 18 by unknown player. This is still the typical war control where this is like a copycat again from Kujo Clutch. So Kujo Clutch managed to get 24 wins, copied by this guy, and I believe it's literally identical to Kujo Clutch. If we compare it with Kujo Clutch, it's identical. So there are three players who managed to copy Kujo Clutch. So that's the good thing about net decking. Sometimes on the first day of the weekend rank, they gonna wait for who's the managed to get a good win rate, probably who's gonna get perfect score or 24 wins, and then some players will gonna copy that deck, and that's the main reason why I'm doing this kind of uh meta analysis, like because net decking is very common in any tradable card game or any TCG game. Okay, so thank you so much. That's it, guys. We've seen the 10 players who managed to enter the top 20 using War. And as you can notice, War is still the best meta for this week, and probably with the follow-up. So who knows, we might see a lot of players who gonna play the same deck as Control War as Kujo Clutch here. As you can notice, there are like two players who already copy his deck, and who knows, this might be the new meta for next week also. Okay, guys, if you like the video, kindly please subscribe and like. And if you have like questions or suggestions, kindly please leave me a comment. And see you next time. And thank you for watching.
There's a distance between us.